Tell me your stand on, you mentioned the Second Amendment a while ago. Tell me your stand on the Second Amendment issues and what can be done to improve gun rights in Illinois.
My position on the Second Amendment is this, and it's been borne out by the recent Heller decision in the Supreme Court, and that is that all of the rights in the Bill of Rights, and the Second Amendment included, are rights that already exist, that we already possess, and already did possess prior to the Constitution. Any infringement upon those rights, then, is unconstitutional, whether or not the Supreme Court agrees with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am opposed to any infringement. Think about what the Second Amendment says. The right to keep and bear arms. They didn't say a right that we are inventing. The right that already exists to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And I agree with that. So I will work for the removal of any gun regulations that infringe upon our rights to keep and bear arms. And I will sign any legislation that increases our freedom in that regard. Now, I'll give you an example. The concealed carry law is very popular around the state, and if they deliver a concealed carry legislation to my desk, I would be glad to sign it. But I have to say that that is still asking permission.
Mm-hmm.
In Vermont, they have concealed carry without permit. That is taking advantage of the right that exists, and I feel that that right belongs to Illinois citizens as well.
Mm-hmm. Illinois has some of the most stringent gun rights.
Yes. Yes, and a lot depends on the McDonald case that's before the Supreme Court right now, because that would overturn Chicago's handgun ban. Certainly, I'm hoping for that, which would take away the need for additional efforts on behalf of legal gun owners and citizens in Chicago.
How do you keep yourself informed on what's going on in the world?
We've mentioned before when we were talking how much I have to get prepared for the governor's race.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I've used my computer as my primary source. I look at the news. I use Google, and there's also Yahoo and so on. And they present a lot of the issues for me, and I like to dig into those issues as well that way. I do watch some of the cable news channels and the broadcast news channels, but as I'm running for governor, I find I don't have time to do that anymore. I'm actually delegating many things to other people, including researching some of the issues I'm running on. So I'm oftentimes surprised by the current events because I forgot for several days to turn on the television or check the news. But I try to keep informed, and I'm also surrounded by a lot of people who are talking about current events.
Right.
There's a number of people who keep track of what's going on the cable news channels or talk radio, and they will present an issue to me, which means I have to hurry up and find out what's going on, and then they're always looking to me for the libertarian view on that.
Right.
And so it's just it's hard to keep up with everything that's going on.
There's so much going on.
Yes, it is, and so I get it from just every source I can get.